Hello friends, my name is host Eric, host talking with people. Everybody in the world, gather around. Gather around me. I have important things to say. This massively important live stream is likely to be the most important live stream in 100 generations. And 100 generations from now, people will still talk about how massively important this live stream is. Where does it get its importance from, you may be wondering? So many places. First of all, here's one of the places we get some watch from. Right here. Oh yeah. That's a kitty eye. I bet you gotta look at him. Just pretend he's the one doing the talking. Stay where I want you to be. Stay where I want you to be. Oh yeah. Hi ladies. My name's Trouble. And yeah, I earned that name from Trouble. This kitty cat is such trouble. How trouble is he, Eric? You ask. I'll tell you. What are you doing? Hey, Seth. Anyway, this cat is such trouble. I came in here and I was, after I smoked a cigarette, I came back in here and he was sitting on this comfortable chair. And I was like, I don't want to displace him from his comfortable chair. I can't pick him up. He'll scratch me. He's too wild to pick up. And I don't want to kick him out of his comfortable chair when he's giving me these adorable looks, right? So I said, but Eric, don't be insane. Just kick him out of the chair. But you could go get another chair from the garage, Eric, and then you know, just kick him out of the chair. Don't be insane, Eric. Just kick him out of the chair. And then I thought, well, you know what? It's possible. It seems likely that if I just move the chair over, because he can't, even if he's going to sit in the chair, he can't sit there in front of the computer because that's where I need to sit. He'll just jump off the chair. Then I won't have this problem. I moved the chair over, he didn't budge an inch. And I kind of bet myself. I said, well, what? If he doesn't jump off the chair, then he really wants to be on that chair. And I would go get another chair from the garage for myself. So he didn't move, so I said, okay, fine, you win this argument, Trouble. I will go get this other chair from the garage, which is this chair right here. Oh yeah, that's the chair we're talking about. No, I'm not sitting in this chair. Well, the reason I'm not sitting in this chair is, of course, I come back, put the chair next to Trouble, sit down next to him, and he immediately climbs off of this chair and up onto the desk. I said, oh, Trouble. And then he persisted to be in trouble because since I was trying to do stuff on the laptop, he wanted to sit on the laptop and walk across the laptop. He can go anywhere else. Fine. But of course he wants to go on the laptop. In fact, he's won this battle. He's still I kicked him off of it completely several times, but he's managed to get a couple of paws on the edge of it. Well, that's fine because you're not pushing any buttons. But you need to not be pushing buttons, kitty. And I think he figured it out. That, okay, well, first of all, Eric, I'm going to win this battle. I'm going to have at least part of me on your laptop. Just got to figure out. Hopefully you won't notice that I got my one little piece of paw on your laptop. I didn't notice, Trouble. You were wise like that. But I'll tell you what I did. I noticed later. That's what I did. So, anyway. You might say, Eric, why are you live streaming again? And what more do you have to say? Or you might not be asking those questions. You might simply be listening to what I'm saying. Or potentially nobody here right now. And you're listening to this in the future when it's not a live stream anymore. Or in the future while it's still a live stream, but you started at the beginning. All of those things are plausible. Possible. And comprise a set of finite and distinct possibilities, I guess you could say. So, importance matter number 2. I am thirsty and unlikely to get myself a beverage anytime soon. Important matter number 3. I've been sitting around the car for a long time, and then I came over here and went to the house and took a while for this heater to turn on. One of those heaters that you say, go on, this is the temperature I want you at, and then like 5 minutes later it goes on. It's not this particular, there's anything wrong with this particular instance of this heater. It's what this kind of heater does. That kind up there. You can see it above the lovely world map on the wall. That's the heater I'm talking about. This one is made by, I thought it was Mitsubishi, but it doesn't look like that's what it says. I can't see. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it is Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi is a company that loves making heaters. They say, while we're at it, let's also make it an air conditioner and a fan. Let's make it like miniature central heating and air for one room. And I say, kudos to you, Mitsubishi Company. It's a good idea. It's a lot better than alternatives that aren't central heating and air. I like the fact that it's way up high. That's nice. A lot of things to like about that Mitsubishi heater. None of them, though, involve waiting 5 minutes for it to turn on. I didn't keep track. I'm not literally saying it's exactly 5 minutes. I'm saying it's a long time when you're cold and waiting for the heater to turn on. So, I would have preferred it not come with that feature, Mitsubishi. But I get that you have to communicate with the outside part down there. And then it has to do something. And then you both have to wait for a while for some reason. Probably paperwork you gotta fill out or something. Anyway. Important matter numbers 5. I may have skipped a couple of numbers there, but that's because they were silent. I didn't skip them, they were silent numbers. Important matter number 5. Imaginary conversation I had with Dean earlier in my head, in which I say to him, Dean, I'm sorry that I have persistently, consistently, chronically done such a terrible job of listening to you. And I have an explanation as to why. But you probably don't want to hear it. It had nothing to do with this current real estate deal, by the way. Like, I'm not sorry I didn't listen to you because I should have listened to you. You were right. I just let you do your job and didn't listen to you. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you because that's disrespectful of me. But I seem to be unable to listen to you most of the time because Scionics is right about that benefactor beneficiary thing. The benefactor does not hear anything the beneficiary says. Strangely, like remarkably so. Oh, well, the good news is I know why nobody's chatting. It's because I have nobody here. There are no viewers. Oh, no, now there's one. You've ruined it, one person. You ruined it by being here. Now I have one person here. I was so rooting for a stream where I had 0 people. No, I wasn't really rooting for that. Anyway, that one person's probably left already. I wouldn't blame them right now, even though this is a massively important live stream. And even though I made it clear at the beginning of it, everybody in the world, gather around me. I have things to say to you. Well, you know what? I guess they were out of earshot. Must have been out of earshot because it's the only possible explanation to why I don't have at least 5 billion people gathering around me right now. I think that's the amount of people I would like to have gather around me to listen to me. 5 billion. The issue, of course, would be one of sound engineering. You know, in what form are you delivering this speech such that you can be heard by 5 billion people who've gathered around you to hear the speech? You're gonna need some speakers, obviously. You're gonna need a microphone. You're gonna need speakers placed at multiple locations. And you need, because otherwise, if you try to make it in few locations, then people who are near the speaker is going to be too loud, and people who are far from the speaker is going to be too quiet. You got to kind of spread speakers evenly among the 5 billion people. And we're gonna, of course, enforce the opposite of social distancing. Everyone has to stand as close together as possible to minimize the amount of space this gathering of 5 million people requires. But even under the assumption that everybody is obeying that set of instructions regarding how they should stand close together, I suspect 5 billion people would require an area, if they're all standing as close together as possible. I'm not good at this kind of thing, but I'm going to say 5 billion people standing as close together as possible would need an amount of land equal to maybe like the state of Ohio? What's the minimum amount of space that you need for a crowd of 5 billion people, all of whom are standing as close together as possible? With no stacking people allowed. They have to be they're all standing on the ground. And none of them are lying down. How much space would you need for that? A gathering of 5 billion people, the context with the stipulations I here previously stipulated, it's a tough question to answer because you need to convert how much space an average person takes up into some fraction of acreage. You know, like each person occupies 1/714th of an acre or something like that. Each average person. Given the fact that you got 5 billion, you can rely on the law of large numbers to eliminate possibility of like random statistical, like random shit that's not representative of the overall statistics, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a group of 5 people, they could all be skinny, they could all be fat. But if you have a group of 5 billion people, then you will accomplish the average sized person pretty closely. You don't need to worry about the fact that, well, maybe the 2 billion you got are smaller or something. Now, of course, this brings up the issue of children. If we could do 5 billion newborn babies sitting next to each other as close as possible. And here's the other important question. Does a newborn baby, which would probably have to lie down, take up more or less acreage as measured on the ground than a standing up person? Interesting question. In other words, can I fit 4 people where I can only fit 3 babies? Because people can stand, people versus babies. Can I fit 4 adults where I could only fit 3 babies? Because even though babies are smaller, they have to lie down and therefore occupy more horizontal acreage. Maybe. The thing is, I've been live streaming for 20 minutes. And I have no viewers. So it's possible, of course, it's because it's 2 in the morning and I live stream so much that nobody wants to watch my live stream anymore. But I bet there's something like wrong with it, like it's not public or something. Usually I would expect 3 or 4 people here after 20 minutes, regardless of the time. So I think I'm gonna end the stream and start a new one, and see if I have any different results.